Okay, we got this bus driver rant by a bus driver, Kayla Watt, and I had to download this app to be able to listen to this. So I'm going to put this on the blog, so you don't have to download this app to listen to this. We're gonna listen to it. I started listening to it and I went, oh, I better keep this. Okay, so let's hear what she's saying.
To the college is the last round. So there are options for late night travelers, or as I like to call, night riders, thanks to my passenger Lydia, who gave me that inspiration. Basically, she said night riders, and I'm stealing it. Anyway, so there are plenty of options for people who are outside of their travel, zone or destination, like past a certain hour in the night. Okay, and for those who fall out of that category, like, for certain bus lines, like a 16, for example, which goes out towards like Savi's Island, down past like front road, underneath the Fremont Bridge near like Eon and Nikolai. It's like the St. Helens Highway. Anyway, that particular route stops running at a certain time because there's less need for that, okay? So the responsibility of the rider, the nighttime rider specifically, is understanding when the last connections are made, okay? And this goes like pretty much in every city in our nation that has public transportation. Like, it would be safe to assume at some point there is going to be a last bus. Unless you live in a city where there's 24-hour service all over the city, that's pretty rare. And if you do live in a city like that, please, for the love of God, let me know which one, because I want to like get some ideas from them. So you're gonna love it. Okay, 11:21 p.m. This gentleman is sprinting in front of my bus. Like, he literally must have been like running at me because I was about to swing a right around the corner. And looking back, like, secretly, I kind of wish that I had just like not seen him and he didn't make it in time, because I stopped my bus. I apologized profusely. I didn't realize he was sprinting at me. Now, thinking back, like, I could have just been like, yo, why are you running at a moving bus? What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, I'm just letting that part go. See, I'm getting agitated because I'm sweaty. So I'm going to roll the window down a little bit. Well, let me turn the AC on. You may or may not know this, but I am currently driving, so that's kind of a little bit illegal. We're not going to judge. We don't judge here. This is a podcast, and I could be lying. You never know. Anyway, sorry, I got myself all worked up in a tizzy. So dude gets on, right, and he's like, yo, like, I can't find my car right now. He made it seem fairly simple. He said, I need to find a DMV. I parked my car by a DMV. I said, well, we have a few DMVs here in Portland. Are you talking about, like, a few DMVs out here in Clackamas? Or, like, what part? He says, I don't know. I just got here from Texas 6 days ago. Okay? So that's the first part of his story. Now, I should have been skeptical, because throughout the course of the evening, his stories weren't matching up. So I think very strongly this motherfucker took me for a fucking ride, okay? Like, me and everybody involved in this because not only me, but there were station agents, there were road supervisors, other drivers, passengers, dispatch. Our dispatch mother hen was, like, amazing, and she went above and beyond, like, to help this guy. We even got lost and found involved, because this guy, on top of not being able to find his car, doesn't know where he parked it. He thinks he parked it by 14th. That's all he gave us at first, 14th near a DMV. And then as time progressed, he says, like, I'm not sure PCS, there was a bridge, there's a body of water. I caught a 16 bus. Okay, that gives us a lot more to work with, okay? So he says, He does not know where he parked his car. And I call dispatch. We're trying to find this guy's car. First of all, we're not fucking psychic, okay? Like, we're going to try and help you because it's late and you're new to town and you are asking someone in transportation to help you. Now, I'm going to use all the resources that I can to try and get your ass there. But there's one thing I'm not going to be able to ever fucking do. And I'm never going to be able to read your fucking mind, okay? I communicated to this guy multiple times. The best that we could do this time of night is get you down towards 6th and Flanders, okay? From there, you are going to have to call a cab, maybe $3 to $5 worth of a cab ride to 15th and Front Road, which is like underneath the Fremont Bridge where the 16-lane crosses. This guy. Oh, this guy. Okay. So on top of him, not knowing where the fuck he parked his car, is making everybody else on the fucking planet in Portland responsible for his well-being. Like, this whole time, not only is he acting completely impatient and absolutely agitated and frustrated that we're not fast enough to read his mind, he also manages to mention, hey, I left my briefcase with my ID and my car keys in the briefcase. So here's the problem. Dude tells us that he is trying to get to his car and that he's from out of town and that he is staying in his car until he can find a place to stay right now. So he's literally just like free balling it. Like, no fucking plan. Needs his car. You know what? That's okay. Everybody's been there. It's cool. I mean, not everybody, but like honestly, most of Portland right now, at one time or the other, if you're not fucking set up with a nice little family unit of a safety net, you could have potentially been looking at homelessness. If you don't have a roommate, if you don't have good credit, if you have an eviction, there's a number of things here. And while we do have a number of condominiums, high-rises even, all over the city, sprouting up everywhere, none of those are affordable. Absolutely none of them are under $1,100 a month. That's for fucking sure. So I get it. This guy is stressed out. He just needs to get to his car so he can sleep. And, like, he's tired. Okay, so I'm tired too. Mind you, I've been working for, 10 hours, 11 as we're on this journey. And then it turns into, like, oh, by the way, I can't even get into my car that you're trying to help me get to without my briefcase. So, by the way, could you try and help me find my briefcase? I call dispatch. It is 12:45 when I call them. 12:45 in the morning, people. Meanwhile, I'm hurling the bus towards, Palo, Milwaukee, and hopes to get this guy to line 9 so that he can catch it down towards 6th and Flanders so I can fucking go home. And thank God I didn't have to take the night bus to catch a bus to get back to my car in Milwaukee because my relief driver was nice enough to drive my car back for me. Otherwise, that guy would have been told to take a fucking hike, okay? Like, I wouldn't have been able to get back to my car without calling a cab. And that's not what was on the table. Like, I didn't sign up for that shit. I'm not going to spend money for you to fucking lose your shit and expect me to find your way. Like, dude, be a grown-up. Like, be a fucking grown-up. Try your best to keep your shit together. I get it, okay? Like, you've had a hard shit hand that life has dealt you. But guess what? You're not alone. There's a lot of us that struggle. And we're not putting all of that on others right now. Like, at some point, you gotta lock it up and get it together. Personally, I think this dude wanted his fucking briefcase and came up with this wild-ass story and all of these shenanigans because he was fucking pissed that he couldn't get his briefcase when he fucking wanted it. Because I guess he went down to center. So he actually already knew that where the lost and found was. He knew that I'd be going back to the lost and found. And now he's got this wily-ass story about how he needs his keys to get into his car because the front desk gal or guy, whoever was speaking to him this afternoon, had told him that he could come back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. So he gets on the Max. He's angry. He goes to the first bus driver he can find that will listen and tells the driver that he's lost and can't find his car. And then it turns into this long thing. And guess what? I get him down to 15th and frontage or Front Road, and he says to me, "This isn't it." Well, can we keep driving? No. It's almost 2 in the fucking morning. Like, I have to wake up and get my kid to school. Like, at some point, there's got to be an end. Like, there's only so much we can do. And I offered to call the police to help him figure it out, because that is the last resort for people who are lost and trying to find their, like, if you're legit lost and you need help, like, at the very end of the night, I'm sure there's one fucking cop that can help you. And he didn't take it. And instead, after all of that, after we went through dispatch, calling down the lost and found, the station agents running to get it, scrambling to get it for the bullpen, this guy takes his briefcase, demands that I drove him down the 15th and frontage, or Front Road, because he didn't actually realize he was going to have to call a cab. Then he tells me his phone doesn't work. Then while I'm on the bus, fucking dude's on the goddamn phone. And I'm just like, at that point, I'm just like, you're just a fucking liar. Like, what are you doing? You told us this wily-ass story. I mean, good God, man. Get it together. Lock it in. Tell me what you fucking... Really? So then he tells me, you know what, forget this. I paid my fare, and he marches off the bus. He fucking marches off the fucking bus. After all of that, he says nothing but that. No, thank you. No, I appreciate your help. No, thanks for trying to. No, you can't read my brain. You don't know where I parked my car by that blue sign. No, motherfucker, I don't know where the fuck you parked your car. Have a good night, sir. Bye. Bye, Felicia. I fucking went storming into that garage, just fucking furious. I was so fucking mad. Oh my God. Okay. Thank you for letting me rant. I really needed that. I shall add more, but that is just a little snippet of some of the bullshit that people deal with. Like, there comes a certain moment in time where you need to be an accountable grown-up. And this is definitely one of those times.
Yeah, for you. Some people are never accountable and they never act like grown-ups, and I guess you just found that out. And they take pleasure in fucking with you. That's called a sociopath.
And for you to be entitled and arrogant and just overall just a fucking asshole, like, good sir, McKinley Scott, yeah, fuck you, buddy. Fuck you.
Like
Officially, line 3303, TriMet bus driver says, fuck you, McKinley Scott. Thanks for being a royal dickhead. I hate you forever. I hope that you never find your car. I'm just kidding, but seriously, that's how deep it felt. That's the hurt. That deep seed of just anger and resentment was there tonight. I was trying so hard, and I was so tired, and I was like, you know what, buddy, we're going to find your car. We're going to get there, and we were so excited, and then all of a sudden it was not, he didn't remember it like that, and you know what, I'm not going to fucking drive until 5 in the morning. That's just not going to fly here. I got a kid, and I got to be there for her, so good night, sir. But to the dispatch and station agents and road soups and, like, everybody else that came into play tonight, all of my passengers who are Googling, like, that's, like, he had the audacity to say to me that the world sucks, as he's got a team of people helping him. And I was just like, you know what, you might see that right now, but maybe it's important that you look around and see the helpers, because that's what I do. When there's this dickhead right here who's so entitled and he's selfish and can only see his pity party of, yeah, I'm sorry you lost your wife, sir, but guess what? I got 2 dudes that rode my bus this last week that both lost their wives. You're not alone in the lost wife department. She is not the only person that was loved that was lost. But what we do is people, when you lose something or someone that you live for, is you find something greater to stay for. When you lose what you live for, and you're at your darkest moment, it is time to turn around and find something to stay for. And if that is people around you that need help or guidance or encouragement or inspiration or motivation, just be a light. For the fucking love of God. Just be a light, if anything. But do not be that guy. Don't be that guy that puts all your burdens and problems onto everybody else. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Because you know what? It actually brings joy to some people. I find joy helping people. Tonight, I was so thrilled to see every one of my coworkers come into play for this dude. And this fucking guy, McKinley Scott from Texas. I'm sorry, sir, that you lost your wife. I'm so sorry.
He probably even lied about that.
Didn't mention he had 2 children.
He probably lied about all of it.
He said that they're with his sister while he was out here soul searching. And I thought to myself, that's incredibly selfish. You have 2 fucking kids, and you're up here fucking around in Portland. What the fuck are you doing, dude? Go back to Texas. Certainly don't be riding my bus and keeping my ass busy until 3 in the fucking morning. Like, what time is it right now? I just got to my driveway. It's 2:24.
Oh, I like that.
Please do not deplete somebody who is attempting to be a lighthouse out there for the lost souls that need a little bit of light. Do not deplete the last of my energy for your own selfish purposes.
They will deplete you, dear.
Not have the arrogance and entitlement to be angry with me for not reading your fucking mind. At the very least, extend a thank you to everybody who stepped up today and helped your fucking ass from 11:21 until 1:30 in the fucking morning. Dude, McKinley Scott, buddy, fuck you. Good night, sir. This is Kilowatt, signing out.
She's got a pretty good philosophy there. I like that philosophy at the end there, where she's talking about, well, there's really no reason to be alive at all. But I guess if you can be helpful to other people, that's a good enough reason to be alive. You know what I like about this? She's ranting on her way home into this, whatever this app is. I just listened to this on, I don't know, one of the apps. I had to download it. I used to do that too. I used to rant to work and coming back from work, and I put them up on YouTube. Yeah, well, remember this, Kayla. No good deed goes unpunished, but remember the next part of that is your karma goes up exponentially when you do something like that. You don't need to be thanked by that guy because the universe is watching.